What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia, back with another waiver wire video here on FantasyPros MLB. This time we're in week 8, and to tell you the truth, I'm excited about these players, but I'm even more excited about this right here. Check this out. This is my MOVA Globe. I just got it for a little Father's Day present for me, Joey P. It's great for your office. It's great for the bookshelf. It's just great. And as you can see, it rotates without any sort of bells and whistles. There's no wires. There's no batteries. It's just a cool MOVA Globe of a baseball, and any baseball team you want. All 30 major league teams they've got. They've also got artwork pieces, they've got space pieces, they've got actual globes. And right now, if you go to movaglobe.com, use that promo code fantasy10, you can get yourself the 6-inch or the 8.5-inch globe. This is the big boy. This is the 8.5, as you can see, and it's got the opportunity here to really make your dad or even you smile this Father's Day. So go get your MOVA Globe right now at movaglobe.com, and again, use that promo code fantasy10. Let's get to the waiver wire picks for week 8. Here's what Uncle Joey's got for you. All right, let's kick things off this week with Reese Olson, starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, rostered in about 60% of leagues. Now, Reese Olson might be winless over his first 8 starts of the year, 0-4, wah wah, but he doesn't deserve it. In fact, he deserves a lot better, and he deserves to have a spot on your fantasy bench at least. Over 47 innings, he's given up just 32 hits and 15 walks with 41 strikeouts, a .99 whip, and a 2.09 ERA. Now, the wins might be hard to come by in Detroit, but those peripheral stats are really worth noticing. And Reese Olson is a guy in 2-start weeks, or at least spot starts with good matchups, that you can throw out there in any mixed league right now. So Reese Olson is a guy that seems to finally have things click at the major league level after some spotty moments in his minor league career. This is the best version we've seen yet of Reese Olson, and hopefully it maintains. And if it does anything close to what it's been so far, he's going to be a real asset the rest of the season. Next up on our list, Ceddanne Rafaela, outfielder / shortstop of the Boston Red Sox, rostered in about 50% of leagues. Now, it's been a slow start for Rafaela, who was all the buzz in spring training, but the starting job is his. And don't look now, but May is really starting to pick up after a quiet April. In May, Rafaela is hitting .275 so far over the month with 2 doubles, 2 homers. And although he's still striking out, if he's making good contact and starting to hit for some more power, things are moving in the right direction for Rafaela. So there's still plenty of time for him to get right. Sometimes patience is the best practice with these young players, and Rafaela is just 23 years old. The Boston Red Sox seem committed to him for now, so if he can continue to build on this strong May campaign, things might be better sailing for the rest of the 4 months of the baseball season. So add him at least speculatively, because that dual position eligibility is a huge asset considering how many injuries we get every single week in Major League Baseball. So put Rafaela on your bench at the very least, and hopefully this young man can emerge into at least a mid-level star over time, but at least a contributor in the short term. This guy's no stranger to the waiver wire list. It's Brenton Doyle, outfielder of the Colorado Rockies, rostered in roughly half of leagues still, and I don't know why you don't want to pick up Brenton Doyle. Okay, the strikeouts are a little high, that's fair, but we're talking about roto leagues where power and speed and batting average matter. Well, he's giving you all of those things. Oh yeah, he's giving you some runs too. Over 42 games, he's got 28 runs scored, 5 homers, 8 steals, and he's got 13 RBI to boot. So when you're hitting .281 and you're floating around the waiver wire still, I'm wondering what the heck is going on here. With Nolan Jones on the shelf still, Doyle's playing time is certainly not in any concern. And if you're looking ahead to projectability over a full season, he's looking like a 15 to 20 homer guy with 30 steals, hitting about .280. Yes, please. I'd love to have that on my fantasy team. I understand in points leagues the strikeouts may hurt you, but if you're in any roto format, Brenton Doyle should be rostered at this point. Stop waiting around, pick him up now. I know the rookies haven't been kind to us, but let's try again. Coby Mayo, third baseman of the Baltimore Orioles, rostered in about 40% of leagues. And let's be honest, that 40% is more for the dynasty keeper sec than it is redraft. But I think it's worth noting so far at AAA how good Coby Mayo has been. I know it's kind of jammed right now with all these prospects with the Baltimore Orioles, and we've been disappointed before, Jackson Holliday, but still, right now he is slashing .282, .353 with a .594 slugging and a .947 OPS. He has 13 homers, 3 stolen bases, and he has scored 29 runs and driven in 37 over 41 games. At some point this season, Coby Mayo is going to get a shot with the big club, or he's going to be sent packing into an everyday job with someone else to bring in something else to help the Baltimore Orioles make their pennant run. Either way, Coby Mayo is an interesting stash right now if you have the bench depth to do it. So look into doing that. Get him on the cheap because we all know the same thing happens. These guys get called up. Everyone empties their fab tank. And so far the results have been mixed, but I am not ready to give up. It's only mid-May. I am here to pump the rookies up again, and Coby Mayo is one of those dudes. Need some help with your infield? How about Abraham Toro-Hernandez, infielder for the Oakland A's, rostered in about 55% of leagues right now. Now, Abraham Toro-Hernandez has been quietly good for the Oakland A's. When Zach Geloff went on the shelf, Toro-Hernandez got a lot of opportunity, and he's made the most of it. Over 42 games so far this year, he's hitting .287 with 4 homers and 2 steals, and he's been red hot of late. Over his last 16 games, the 27-year-old is slashing .410, .455, .607, what? With 2 homers, 9 ribbies, and 12 runs scored. That's a pretty good run. So, at the very least, Abraham is a hot bat. You can plug and play into your lineup until things go cold. But the fact that he qualifies at second and qualifies at third in a lot of leagues, there's opportunity here for Toro-Hernandez to be a contributor in mixed leagues for a while yet. The A's have been a little bit better than people expected them to be, with Brent Rooker, a darling of this list last week, who, by the way, I hope you picked him up because it was pretty darn good ever since. But Toro-Hernandez is another one of these small pieces that could help you out in a big way. Not everybody's a rock star superstar off the waiver wire or the next big thing in fantasy coming up from AAA. Sometimes it's guys like Toro-Hernandez figuring it out at the age of 27 and getting an opportunity, and so far, it looks like he's done both. And lastly, some outfield help. Mike Trachman, the Cubs outfielder, rostered in about 30% of leagues. Now, Tachman's been leading off quite a bit for the Cubbies, and I understand that things might get a little crowded in that outfield because Bellinger, Seiya Suzuki, Pete Crow Armstrong are all there. But at some point, you got to kind of stand up and recognize what he's been doing for this club, hitting leadoff, and he's got an .821 OPS on the season so far. I know Pete Crow Armstrong might be the future, but it could mean that Mike Trachman might be the present, especially if he stays hot. This might be more of a streaming option, but it's hard to ignore, again, what he's been doing this year. The 25 walks have been outstanding, so if you're in OBP leagues, he's been a big asset there. He's got 4 homers and 3 steals, hitting .266 over 40 games. So Trachman's one of these guys right now that if you're in a deeper league and need some help in the outfield, he could plug in a spot for you. Yeah, over time he might lose some at-bats, so this is more of a band-aid than a long-term solution. But in the interim, while he's hot and at the top of the order for the Cubs are a pretty good lineup right now. I would be taking Trachman on my roster and plugging and playing until further notice, especially in OBP formats and especially in spots just like those roto formats where you can give you all sorts of category help. Because right now, I hate to say it, but Trachman looks like a 5-category player, at least in the short term, that can help you. All right, everybody, those are the names that I'm adding in Week 8 in Major League Baseball. Who are you adding? Drop your comments below. And don't forget, this Father's Day, if you're looking for the perfect gift, you don't think it exists, I'm telling you, it's a Mova Globe. Go to movaglobe.com right now. Use that promo code FANTASY10. Get yourself one of these bad boys too. And again, it's not just the baseballs like this cool one here. They've also got the art pieces, they got the globe pieces, they got the space, they got a million things. Go check it out right now and go use that promo code FANTASY10 and get your discount on me. That'll do it for us here at Fantasy Pros MLB. We'll see you next time, kids.